Join us as we spend 5 nights camping on Martha's Vineyard.
If you've never heard of Martha's Vineyard before, it's an island off of the state of Massachusetts. We stayed at Martha's Vineyard Family Campground, the only campground on the island, for our whole trip. On the island, we explored different beaches, rode our bikes, went out for some great food, paddleboarded, and overall just had a nice, relaxing trip. We had a lot of fun, and follow along as we show you the last 4 days of our adventure. All right, it's time to check on Koko. Hey, Koko. Good morning. On this trip, we decided to test and see how long the Jackery can run our fridge for, and I'm actually going to be making a separate video for that. So I'll link to that video below if you're interested in seeing how long it works for. Here you go, Koko. It's a little before 9 a.m. and we've just been hanging out and enjoying the warm weather. And I think now we're actually going to head down the island to some other town and go to a coffee shop and check out another lighthouse somewhere. We decided that before we left, we're going to be having some avocado toast. This was really good. Breakfast was good, and we're packing up now. We're actually going to head to downtown Oak Bluffs, and then we're going to head to the other side of the island and go to the Gay Head Lighthouse. We're just pulling into downtown Oak Bluffs, and the harbor is right here, and we're going to be stopping at a coffee shop called Mocha Mott's. This is actually the main street we walked at the other night, and that donuts place we stopped at is right on our left in here, and we might not be able to park in this area. I might have to go to another street. It's really not that close of a spot, but I always like to fold in my mirrors just to be safe, and I'm glad this thing folds up. It's definitely busy here. All right, we'll see you in a second. Kate's gonna go in while I hang out here with Koko. Hey, you're back. Was it busy in there?
It was really busy.
Yeah, I'm sure lots of people keep going in. I think Koko's getting antsy. She likes hiding in the shade of this garbage can. I think we're gonna walk down there and see if we can find the water. We just walked from downtown, which was that way, and now we've made it to this nice park, and we have a water view looking that way. We're just gonna hang out down here and walk around the town a little bit more, and we'll check in about an hour when we're at that lighthouse. We made it to the lighthouse, and I'm just putting on sunscreen before I get burned. It even looks like if you want, you can probably pay to go up to the top.
Smile. Koko.
Come on. Not only is the lighthouse nice and pretty, the view from here is also really good. What do you guys think? Is it nice?
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Just so you can get an idea of where we are the blue dot on the left, and the heart is the campground we're staying at. Even though it's only like 70 degrees, it's really hot in the sun. So before we walk again, we're just letting Koko hang out in the shade a little bit. This is super pretty here. It's a nice blue sky day, and there is actually a trail to a beach over that way, but no dogs are allowed on that trail. It's right about 2 p.m. and we're having a late lunch today because we plan on having a late dinner and leaving Koko in the car while we go and get lobster rolls somewhere. That way Koko can be in the car once the sun is down and it won't be too hot for her. Our lunch was good, and now it's off to that public beach. We're coming up on a little harbor, and this is a very nice little beach path. And you can see there's some boats over there, and there's like a little town over this way. I think it's called Menentia or something. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Oh yeah, this is a nice little spot. Okay, so we think over here is actually the parking lot and beach that we were looking for, because there's a lot more people and it looks like there's a lot of parking right there. It's kind of windy, but this is super pretty here. There's no one. And here we are back at the campground. And we're back. We've just been hanging out and enjoying our campsite. We started a fire and I've been editing and Kate's been reading on her Kindle. And I think pretty soon we're gonna go on a walk around the campground. Kate's over enjoying the fire. And I think we're actually gonna go out and get lobster rolls somewhere. It's about 7:30 now and we decided we're gonna head into town to find lobster rolls or something fun somewhere. We just made it back to downtown Oak Bluffs. We're letting Koko out one more time, and this is that big park we were at earlier, and this is the ocean over here. It was an hour wait at the place that we wanted to go to, so we decided to go eat at the Offshore Alto, which is a place that we walked by earlier today. We got these buffalo cauliflower bites as an appetizer, and they look really good. We both actually got lobster rolls tonight, and we both got the cold version, and they look really good. These are really good.
Yeah, they are.
Dinner was really good, and it took way longer than expected, and we're just getting back to the car now, and that's it for day 3. We've just been hanging out at the campsite and we made breakfast together, and then I went on a walk while Kate hung out here in the hammock with Koko. We also walked around the campground a little bit and we played cornhole down in the front lawn, and now we're headed out and we think we're gonna go explore a couple places and then use the paddle boards. We decided we're heading to this place called East Shop, and there should be a lighthouse here. The lighthouse should be very short, and as you can see we've got a great water view looking this way. Hello. This says it was closed online, but I just think that means you can't go into it. This is a really good view from here, and you can see some of those boats over there are going really fast. Come on, Koko. You can see Koko's not a big fan of the heat, and she really likes her water.
Now off to get ice cream and then go paddleboarding. First, we're gonna get ice cream in Oak Bluffs.
Kate is actually going in and ordering while Koko and I wait out here. Hey, Koko. This looks really good, and I think Koko is upset we didn't get one for her. Koko's making sure that there's none left in the bowl. Now it's off to paddleboarding, and we're actually going to be launching, or we hope to launch from that spot we checked out yesterday. I think Koko's ready. She just got on all by herself, and this is actually going to be her first time paddleboarding since her leg surgery. If I remember right, I think this is Kate's first time on the paddleboard this season as well. Doing okay so far. So far, so good. Koko's just laying down. I haven't stood up yet, and I hope the pond curves around this way a little bit. We didn't really check, but if it does not, it's kind of a small pond, but at least we're out here paddling. Kate's catching up to us now, and I think there's actually a little walking path along the pond this way. This really isn't that big of a pond, but it's still nice. This one is actually fresh water, and then over there is salt water. I wonder if those birds up ahead have like a nest over there or something.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Koko.
Koko's decided to stand up now, and there's really not that much farther to go in the pond, so we think we're just gonna go around again. Koko, I think you're trying to fall in. That was kind of a short paddle, but Koko was getting antsy and started to stand up, and the wind has picked up a good bit, and we just don't want to risk her falling in. That was fun. I'd say Koko did pretty well. It's too bad the wind picked up, and I'm just walking back to get the car. We just got everything loaded up, and we actually switched the tracks to this side of the roof tent, because before we couldn't open the hatch all the way because it was hitting the end of the paddle boards. Now with the paddle boards on this side, the ladder won't hit them at all. We're just back at the campground now hanging out, and we decided to make a snack. It's right about 4 o'clock, so we're having the snack, and we're gonna be having a later dinner again tonight because we wanna go see the sunset from some beach. Everything's gone, and you can now see our cutting board. Everything was really good.
Yeah, it was.
We've just been hanging out and enjoying our campsite. We went on a little walk and hung out in a hammock for a bit. Wow, this is super pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really pretty view from here, and down to the right, that way, there's more people than this way. So we're just gonna head down here a little bit. Koko and I found a nice spot while Kate's testing out the water. How is it?
The water feels really good.
Too cold or not bad?
Just right. Refreshing.
We really enjoyed the beach, and we wish we brought dinner there, but it's right about 7 p.m. now, and we want to go back and make dinner before it gets too late. I finally put our string lights up tonight, and I did 2 strands of them, both starting at the car. We just made our salads. We used a salad kit mix from Trader Joe's. And we're also having fried rice with beef, and we added 2 eggs, also from Trader Joe's. And then we cut up a sweet potato and are making our own fries. Dinner is done, and it looks really good. We wanted to do something a little different tonight, so we got out our folding table and put it right in front of the fire. Dinner was super good, and we're all cleaned up now. We just plan on hanging out in front of the fire for like another hour, and then we're gonna go shower and head to bed. And that's it for day 4, and I'll see you on day 5. We're just heading out now, and we're heading towards Edgartown again, and we're gonna go to this little farm called Morning Glory Farm. So far, so good again. It already seems warmer out than the other day. I think we just have to go to the right up here at the circle. We're gonna be coming back a different way, and I think in total this is gonna be like a 12 to 16 mile bike ride. We've got a few more miles to go, and then we're gonna be taking a left, and we're actually going past the airport right now. That's a cool looking sign. Right behind here and down this way for a few miles is a state forest, and it's actually called the Corliss State Forest. We just went up a little hill, and we've got about 2.5 miles left, and we'll check in once we reach the farm. All right, this is it. We made it. It's really nice here, but it's very windy, and the pollen is getting to us, and in total, Koko was in the bike trailer for 52 minutes. Koko and I are just walking around outside, and Kate's gonna go look around. Looks like they've even got some type of food truck back here. I got us some stuff.
Yum.
I got us some salsa for later. I got us a blondie, a chocolate chip cookie, a drink for you, and a drink for me, and then their sourdough bread looked really good.
Yum. Cheers.
Our snacks were really good, and we've been hanging out here for a little bit, but now I think it's time to go. All right, Koko, it's time to get in. I was just waiting for Kate to catch up, and we're going back a different way, and so far we've been 8.1 miles. We just crossed one main road, and we're cutting through a neighborhood now, and we're going to be coming out right near that Bad Martha's Brewery that we biked to the other day. You can see we're back at our campsite now, and did about 15 miles in total, and we packed up the tent, and now we're going to be heading to this place called Chappaquiddick Island, I believe. And you can either take a car ferry or a passenger ferry over there. And I think it's just the most eastern side of Martha's Vineyard. Are you ready to do some exploring?
We actually need to take a ferry to get over to Chappaquiddick, and I think it's only 527 feet from Edgartown in Martha's Vineyard to Chappaquiddick. And it's gonna be $20 for the car and us round trip to go there and back.
So this looks like it's it, if it's open. Here we are back in line again. You can see some cars driving off up there. Here we go. That girl up there just took our little ticket we bought and gave us this card. So here's a little map, and then this is how we get back. There's only one car on that one, so you can see they're not that big at all. And here we are, and that was very quick. Okay, I think this is it. Apparently this is where you pick up your permit if you had one, the oversand one. Just bought our little tickets, and no dogs are allowed, but this is a cool whale skull that washed up in 2017.
Wow, it's really big.
It is. I feel like it's definitely colder here. Kate put on a sweatshirt, which is good, so we're not worried about Koko being too hot in the car. And this is a very nice garden. This is really pretty. Now we're going on this little boardwalk thing over the pond. I'm really not into gardens or this kind of thing, but this place is very pretty and it's very cool. At first I didn't know what this was, but it's actually bamboo. This was definitely worth the $5 to come walk around at, and I think we're basically back at the entrance. The garden was really cool, and now we're just driving down this sandy road until we get to where you need a permit, and then we're just gonna park and walk and look around. I think this is it. I think this must be as far as we can go. Right where that truck is driving, there's a sign that says no people without permits past this point. And you can see another white truck driving on the sand down this way. Hey Koko, are we tiring you out too much? She didn't even open her eyes. And we are right there where it says Dyke Bridge, and we were thinking about maybe for next year, if we had a trip planned out here, we could come and camp like how we do on Long Island. But somewhere right here it says no overnight camping. But then again, yeah, number 10 right here. But then again, the Long Island permit says that too, and we haven't had any problems there. We decided to get out and walk around and see this bridge. And it's super windy. What this is, if this is like an actual road we're supposed to be on, or if it's private property or not. It is super pretty, and this is like a very cool road, and you can see we've got a great view looking this way. I think the end is right up here, and I already see another dog. Kate's just going back to take a picture, and it's super windy, but it is really nice here. And here we are back at the ferry. We're the first car this time, and it looks like the 4Runner's driving through the water. Here we go. That took all of like 1 minute. We just got out of downtown Edgartown, and we're headed back to the campground. And we've determined that Edgartown is the nicest out of the 3 towns, or in our opinion, that are here, out of Oak Bluffs, Vineyard Haven, and Edgartown. We're back at the campground now, and Koko's eating dinner, and we're gonna be trying out that bread we bought from that farm earlier, and we're realizing we don't have a good bread knife with us. This is the bread from that farm, and it is really good with this jam, and this is the salsa we got. Koko's just watching us from next to the fire. Koko, come here. Come here, this way. And you're stuck. Just checking in. We've been hanging out and enjoying our campsite for the last hour or two. As you saw, we had a snack, and now we're gonna be going out on a walk just around the campground, and we're also gonna play cornhole when we're down near the bathrooms. We're down at the front now. Kate needs to get an up and down clip because she's gonna make an Instagram reel about staying at this campground. Koko, how did you like your stay here? We haven't seen many camper vans on this trip, but there's one right there. We all ready? We're coming back from that field now, and you can see there's some people down this way, but up here, There's really nobody other than us. I just got some more wood chopped up, but we're gonna save that bundle because this is our last night here and I just don't think we'll need it. Tonight for dinner, we're gonna be having salads and Brussels sprouts along with chicken sandwiches. Everything is done at this point and we're actually gonna be eating over near the fire since it's kind of cold. Our dinner was really good and I think it's about 8 p.m. now and we're about to have s'mores. But I think that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed our day 5 and I'll see you on day 6. Now today is our 6th and final day. And as you can see, our campsite is pretty much packed up. Right after we check out of the campground, we want to go check out a local bakery that some people recommended to us the other day. And then we're just gonna go explore a couple more beaches before we head to Oak Bluffs to catch the ferry for our car. So as always, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed our trip.